Everyone. In last lecture, we studied how to determine the strength of acids and bases in the form of Ka and pKa value. Now, today we are going to study the factors affecting the strength of acids and bases. There are different factors which affect the strength of acid and base. The first is inductive effect. Inductive effect is defined as the polarization induced in the adjacent bond due to presence of electronegative atom. The polarization, that means it creates in the molecule positive and negative poles due to presence of electronegative atom. For example, if we consider CH4 molecule, then in CH4 molecule there is no any electronegative atom present. Carbon and hydrogen have equal electronegativity. Due to that, the electron pairs present in this molecule is exactly in between carbon and hydrogen. So that's why this don't show any polarization in the molecule. According to inductive effect, for polarization, we always need electronegative atom. So that is the first requirement. At least in the molecule, one electronegative atom must be present. So then, if in this molecule we replace one hydrogen by OH, then now you know the oxygen is second highly electronegative element in periodic table. Due to the electronegativity of oxygen, it creates pole in the molecule. This oxygen withdraw the electron from its neighboring atom due to its electronegativity. When it withdraw the electron from neighboring atom, this oxygen become electron rich. Due to that, it create negative pole. So that is called the partial negative charge is formed at the oxygen, and at the same time to its neighboring position it create delta positive and delta positive charge. When this two molecule creates pole, that means according to definition there is a polarization induced in the molecule due to presence of electronegative atom. And this polarization is always through the sigma bond. Okay, like resonance effect, electrons are not shifted from one atom to other atom. Here, the electrons are shifted only in between that bond. So if this is electronegative oxygen and it pulls the electron toward it, so here electrons pair between this carbon oxygen bond is more toward the oxygen, and when it is more toward oxygen, then that oxygen becomes electron rich. That's why it creates partial negative charge. And when the hydrogen or the carbon we consider both give the electron to the oxygen, that's why they become electron deficient, because their electron is also shifted toward the oxygen. Due to that, they create positive charge, and that's why there is partial positive and partial negative charge formation. This is called inductive effect. When in the same molecule, if we replace the one hydrogen by one more CH3 group, then the inductive effect is further shifted to the next molecule, but the effect of inductive effect is less as compared to the carbon which is directly attached to the oxygen. So that means as the distance of electronegative atom increases, then inductive effect is decreases. So again here also the electrons are shifted more toward this, so that's why this become positive. Again when we replace this CH3, this hydrogen by CH3, again the inductive effect become reduces. So in this way the polarization is always toward the oxygen, because this electronegative atom is disturbed the electron density in whole molecule, and due to that it creates the pole, and due to that polarization molecule will change its property. So we will discuss this inductive effect by using different examples. For example, when we consider formic acid and acetic acid. Here formic acid is the stronger acid than acetic acid. The reason is hydrogen is electropositive and that could not donate the electron that much as compared to CH3. So CH3 is electron donating, it donates the electron to this carbonyl. That means it increases the electron density at the carbonyl center. Due to that, if it become electron rich, then it don't need much electron from the neighboring atom. So due to that, as compared to formic acid, in acetic acid, methyl will donate more electron. This carbonyl center become more electron rich. That's why this could not take the much electron from the hydrogen. But here hydrogen could not donate that much electron, so oxygen needs the electron, so that can take the electron from hydrogen more strongly, so that the hydrogen become more positive, and that's why this molecule can easily give the H+ ion as compared to this. This is due to electron donating inductive effect of methyl group. Okay, now then we increase one more methyl group. Now this is more bulkier than CH3. This gives the more number of electron toward it. That's why this is more electron rich as compared to this carboxyl functional group. And due to that, this is less acidic as compared to this. Again, when we introduce isopropyl group at carboxyl center, then again this become more bulkier. So this all donate their electron, they make that carboxyl center more electron rich. That's why this become less acidic. So from that we conclude that if at the carboxyl center electron donating functional group is attached, as more the bulkier group is attached, then the acidity will be decreases at the carboxyl center. So that's why the formic acid is more acidic than acetic acid, which is more acidic than propanonic acid, and which is more acidic than isopropyl carboxylic acid. As the bulkier group you increase, then due to that inductive effect, acidity will decrease. So this is one more example. Now, if we replace one of the hydrogen from acetic acid by electronegative atom, then you know the fluorine is more electronegative than oxygen. So due to that electronegativity of fluorine, it withdraw the electron toward it. So that means this flow of electron from this CH2 is toward fluorine, as well as from carbonyl center also electron is goes toward the fluorine. So this can also withdraw the electron, but due to high electronegativity, the effect of fluorine is more stronger. That's why electron density at the carboxyl center is decreases. That's why this oxygen hydrogen bond become more positive, or it create the partial charges at oxygen and hydrogen. So that's why this bond become weak bond. So this is all ready to donate the H+ ion. That's why this is stronger acid. If fluorine is replaced by chlorine, then the electronegativity of chlorine is less as compared to fluorine, but here electronegativity of oxygen is more as compared to chlorine. So that's why flow of electron is toward the oxygen, but chlorine also withdraw the electron. So here both the side the electron will be withdrawing by chlorine as well as oxygen. So when we compare the acidic nature of fluoroacetic acid and chloroacetic acid, then fluoroacetic acid is a stronger acid as compared to chloroacetic acid. Again, when we go to the bromoacetic acid and iodoacetic acid, then iodoacetic acid is weaker acid, bromoacetic acid is stronger acid than iodoacetic acid, and chloroacetic acid is still stronger acid than bromoacetic acid, and fluoroacetic acid is the stronger acid in all the halosubstituted acid. This is due to electronegativity of fluorine. Again, if the chloroacetic acid and acetic acid we compare, then chloroacetic acid and acetic acid is the, out of that, chloroacetic acid is stronger acid than acetic acid, or all these halosubstituted acetic acids are more acidic than acetic acid. But if we replace one hydrogen by one more chlorine, now then here two chlorines are attached, both are electronegative, both will withdraw the electron from it, and this withdraw more strongly as compared to oxygen. So that's why this is more stronger acid. Even this is more stronger acid than one fluoroacetic acid, because the inductive effect of two chlorine is more stronger as compared to one chlorine or one fluorine, and that's why this dichloroacetic acid is more stronger acid than all these molecules. Again, if we replace the third hydrogen also by chlorine, then now here there is a more stronger inductive effect, and due to that more stronger inductive effect, this become more stronger acid, because all the chlorines have withdrawn the electron from all sides. So this carboxyl center is electron deficient, it needs electron more strongly from the hydrogen, so it withdraws the electron, it creates strong poles, and that's why that can easily give the H+ ion as compared to all these molecules. And due to, according to the definition of acid base, if the molecule which can give the H+ ion easily, that becomes stronger acid. So in all these molecules which is written on the board, trifluoroacetic acid is a stronger acid, because that have strong electron withdrawing inductive effect due to 3 chlorine, and that can easily give the H+ ion as compared to all these molecules. So this is due to inductive effect. Now we consider one more example which is related to base. If we consider ammonia, methylamine, dimethylamine and trimethylamine. Now here all these molecules have inductive effect, but the inductive effect present in this molecule is different due to presence of the functional group attached to the nitrogen. In ammonia, all the atoms are hydrogen, and all the hydrogen atom donate their electron to the nitrogen, and according to inductive effect, nitrogen is electronegative, so due to that it withdraws all electron from all sides, and that makes nitrogen negative, partial negative, and all the hydrogens will acquire the partial positive charge. Okay, and due to that, nitrogen itself have the one electron pair, and in addition it take the electron from neighboring atom, so that nitrogen become more electronic. So that's why it is ready to donate its electron pair to any acid. Now when we compare this ammonia molecule with methylamine, then in methylamine one hydrogen is substituted by methyl group. Due to that, this methyl group will show electron donating inductive effect, and nitrogen withdraw the electron more strongly from CH3. As compared to these two hydrogen, this CH3 molecule will donate more number of electrons. That's why this nitrogen is more electron rich as compared to this nitrogen. And more the electron rich nitrogen, more is the tendency to donate the electron pair. So due to that, according to the definition of base, this molecule can give the electron pair easily as compared to this molecule. That's why this is stronger base. Again, when we shifted to the dimethylamine, then here now two electron donating groups are present. So two electron donating groups donate their electron to the nitrogen, that make this nitrogen more electron rich. Okay, this nitrogen become more electron rich as compared to this nitrogen. That's why as compared to this dimethylamine is more stronger base, because nitrogen is more electron rich, so it have tendency to donate the electron more strongly as compared to this. And when we compare trimethylamine, then here three methyl groups are there. These three methyl groups donate the electron to the nitrogen, and the electron density present on this trimethylamine is more as compared to all these remaining molecules. Due to that, this nitrogen is more electron rich, and if it is more electron rich, and it becomes stronger base as compared to all these. So by theoretically, this becomes the stronger base, but actually this dimethylamine is stronger base in all these molecules. The reason is, if this bulkier group is available, then the nitrogen is at the center, it has the pyramidal geometry. All these three CH3 groups are around it, nitrogen is at the center, electron pair is available at the center, and if any acid which needs the electron pair, then they have to reach at this center. So due to this bulkier group, the external molecule could not reach at this center, even if this nitrogen is electron rich, even if it is strongly basic, but the other molecule or atom could not reach at that center, and that's why that trimethylamine could not give the electron pair easily. That's why this is less basic as compared to this molecule. These have two methyl group, one side hydrogen, this is having the smaller size, this have smaller size. If these two groups are bulkier, then any external molecule could not reach at the center from these two sides due to steric hindrance. But from this side, hydrogen have the smaller size, so it can easily come, take the electron pair and react and form the molecule. That's why this can be the stronger base as compared to this. Also, the second reason is the solvation effect. Due to presence of hydrogen, it creates partial positive charge, and due to that partial positive charge, this have the solvation effect. If water or ethyl alcohol is used as a solvent, then this will form the bonding with water or any solvent, polar solvent, and this, due to that also the molecule becomes the stronger base. Now then, this is all about the inductivity. Thank you.